Good morning, everyone, and surprisingly, for the first time in a long time, welcome to another Tuesday.
Yeah, I like Tuesdays.
Tuesdays are good days.
Tuesdays are good.
I hope you had a good bank holiday weekend, and we start off our Tuesday morning with a series of brilliant verses from Proverbs.
Yes, so we've got Proverbs 25, verses 15 to 28. And I'm reading from the NLT version.
Yes.
Patience can persuade a prince, and soft speech can break bones. Do you like honey? Don't eat too much, or it will make you sick. Don't visit your neighbours too often, or you will wear out your welcome. Telling lies about others is as harmful as hitting them with an axe, wounding them with a sword, or shooting them with a sharp arrow. Putting confidence in an unreliable person in times of trouble is like chewing with a broken tooth or walking on a lame foot. Singing cheerful songs to a person with a heavy heart is like taking someone's coat in cold weather or pouring vinegar in a wound. If your enemies are hungry, give them food to eat. If they are thirsty, give them water to drink. You will heap burning coals of shame on their head, and the Lord will surely reward you. As surely as a north wind brings rain, so a gossiping tongue causes anger. It is better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome wife in a lovely home. Good news from far away is like cold water to the thirsty. If the godly give in to the wicked, it's like polluting a fountain or muddying a spring. It is not good to eat too much honey, and it is not good to seek honours for yourself. A person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. So there you go.
Thank you.
So what we were going to talk about this morning was we were both going to pick a proverb that we both liked and talk about it. I couldn't pick one.
There's lots of good ones in there,
There's lots of really good ones, and so some of them I thought, oh, that's quite self-explanatory. I've got nothing more to add. Like, you know, it's just my wisdom's not going to add much more to Solomon's wisdom. So you know, but I read while I was thinking about this, the Passion Translation, and the Passion Translation is slightly different. It's a bit more wordy, but a bit more expressive, and it talks about all of these as a group of proverbs about self-control. And I was like, aha, there's my hook point. So I really like the idea that all of these things are about self-control, and self-control is one of those things that it's really hard to grasp sometimes, and it's a fruit of the spirit as well. And it says, verse 28 in Proverbs 25 says, a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to mention self-control and how it's really important, because it's one of the fruits of the spirit. It's one of the things that we can ask God to help us with, and obviously Solomon wrote quite a lot about it just in these few verses, so it's something that we can learn to do better and to do well. So there you go, self-control. There's a
so thinking about self-control, my favourite one was verse 23. Surely as a north wind brings rain, so a gossiping tongue causes anger. So we watch the weather forecast in this country, don't we? And we don't have much hope, let's be honest. Regardless of what it says, we're always a bit pessimistic, thinking it's going to change, it could be better, it could be worse. And so, although the weather experts try as best they can using all the indicators there are, it doesn't always sort of come true, does it? But one useful indicator, nice little tie in there, in the second part of this verse is that gossip causes anger. And in my own experiences, I've never known that to not be true. That's always been the case, that where there is gossip, there is anger, there is annoyance, there is irritation, and there is big falling out. And the Bible talks about gossip a lot that you might possibly not realise. At least 10 times in Proverbs alone, or actually well over 10 times I've written, so it must be. I did the research a day or two ago, but yeah. And I think it's probably one of the sins that the modern day church, especially in less obviously persecuted countries, struggles with. So some of the other verses, Ephesians 4:29, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building up others according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Leviticus 19:16, do not go about spreading slander among your people. Or Proverbs 26:20, and I like this one. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without a gossip, a quarrel dies down.
Oh,
that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so we, of course, all have disagreements, don't we? We, of course, don't get on all the time. we're inevitably going to upset each other, even
Of
at the best
course.
of times.
Yeah.
But we can deal with it in a way that's not only healthy, but is godly, by not gossiping. We can try and justify it as well in a bunch of different ways, any way we like. But as a cheeky callback to one of my preachers, sin is a relational dysfunction, and I don't think I've ever seen gossip that hasn't damaged relationships. And this kind of links as well to what Jan was saying on Sunday in his preach, both about sort of self-control and
righteous anger,
all these
holding your tongue, that kind of thing, wasn't it?
And so I guess our ponders are kind of along those lines, having self-control over your tongue and what you use it for. Is it building up others? Is it
encouraging,
tearing down others?
Or is it harmful? Yeah.
There you go. There's some ramblings. And let's be radical. In the comments down below, write what your favourite proverb is out of this, because there was actually a lot that I could have talked about, and a lot that was good. So yeah.
So this is Proverbs your favourite one. 25 verses 15 to 28 if you want to have another read of it later.
And as a bonus one, as we go, do you like honey? Don't eat too much or it will make you sick. That's just a funny one.
I like that one.
Have a good day.
See you soon. Bye.
See ya.